This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, in the last class we transactions we are doing about that payment voucher. In that payment voucher, see here some of details traveling. So example, one question is there here. Some of example I given. Suhan Software Private Limited. That means Satya Dealers. That is our company, Satya Dealers made a payment of 7,500 towards traveling expenses and 2,500 towards labor charges through Kotak Bank check they given. That means traveling expenses also debit, labor charges also debit options. Through Kotak Bank check we are going to give. That's why traveling expenses and labor charges that are to Kotak Bank account. Okay, so here two debit options it will come, more than two debit or more than two credit enter. If you do in the single entry, that is we call as a compound entry. Only one debit credit if it is come, that is we called as a single entry. So compound entry means more than two debit, more than two credits, if you enter in our transactions, that is we called as a compound entry. Same transactions be done in our system. See, I want to see that all the transactions where we have to go and see the transactions. Day book. Day book means list of entries. Whatever we done the transaction, all transactions going to display in the day book only. Click on that day book. So now only one transaction is going to display. Means in our voucher. See here, this voucher, which date we opened, that date only it's going to display. That means now, see, this the September 2nd is going to display, no? Here September 2nd whatever transactions be done, the transaction only it's going to display, current date it's going to display. But now I want to see all the transactions, whatever we done, all the transactions. If you want to see that, alt F2 to change the period date. See now, change period date, alt F2, from which date to which date you want to take the printout, or else if you want to export the transaction, all these things we can use. Particular month wise also we can select, quarterly wise also we can select. Here we can change, we have to change the date. If I change the date, automatically only particular month transaction. Suppose if I select May 1st, sorry, remove that. So here May 1st, May 1st to 31st May. Only 1 month transactions. I want to see that. Now see, in the May month, only two transactions be done. In that one transactions we cancelled. Again, Alt F2. April month transaction if you want to see. 2nd April. Now see, only April month transactions going to display. Alt F5 for detailed options. Okay, by pressing Alt C, we can export the transactions as a PDF format or Excel format, any other HTML format also we can export. Okay, now again all the entries, whatever we done, all the entries, if I want to see that, Alt F2, remove the date by pressing space key, enter, again space key, enter. See, all the transactions going to display. April month 3 transactions we done, May month 2 transaction, August month 3 transactions, September month 1 transactions we done. Now in this daybook screen, only the payment voucher or only the contra I want to display. If I want to see that, only see here, 5 contra voucher, so 1 receipt voucher, 2 payment voucher, all the list of entries is going to display. But now I don't want like that, only the contra voucher only I want to export as a PDF format, or I want to export to other person or auditor accountant, I want to export that only contra reports I want to take. For that, in the daybook screen, press F2. Okay, in the daybook, press F2. Sorry, in the daybook screen, press F4. Click on that F4. Now see, name of voucher types going to display. One more, let me repeat. I want to send the contra voucher report to my auditor. He is asking only the contra transaction send like this. Whenever they are, if I want to export only particular transactions, go to daybook. Example, I am going to take contra. Okay, here change the period date. We can give financial year also, we can give all the transactions, it is going to display. Or else by pressing space key also we can remove. See, like this I used. Okay, all the transactions going to display. Now for detailed options, Alt F5, detailed options it will come. In the daybook screen, I want to export, I want to take the report, only the contra voucher reports I want to export. In the daybook screen, press F4 means F4. Now see, name of voucher type, it's open. No, select the contra, enter. See, now only the contra details only it's going to display. Now we can say export the details. In the daybook screen, F4. In the voucher, if you press F4, that is a contra voucher shortcut keys. Okay, particular transactions details if you want to send, in the daybook screen, press F4. See now, F4. If I want to display the only the receipt, we can select receipt, enter. Only receipt transactions going to display. F4. Payment, select the payment, only payment transactions going to display. Like this we can export the details, export the reports. Okay, now one more payment voucher here. This transactions we done, no, enter. See now, traveling expenses 7,500, labor charges 2,500. Through Kotak Bank, we given the check 10,000 rupees. So this is be called as a compound entry. Next options in that. Next, what is the question? In us, see, next one more options. Ah, Satya dealers made a payment of rupees 250 towards water charges. The payment was made from petty cash account to the concerned authority. So that means this is we call as a single entry mode, one debit, one credit. Satya dealers made a payment rupees 250 for water charges. So how they given? Through petty cash they given. So water charges means here water charges that account that are to petty cash options. Debit water charges, credit petty cash it will come. Through petty cash we given the 250 rupees for water charges. How to do these transactions? This is single entry mode. Okay, now open the tally. Go to voucher. In that payment, if I want to change the date, I want to change the voucher date. If you want to change the voucher date, F2 is the shortcut key. Okay, F2 is the shortcut key to change the voucher date. Okay, wow. So now October 1st I am going to pay the water bill. Now here, see now water bill charges, that list of ledgers. In this list of ledgers, we don't have water charges. If not, we have to create the ledger. We have to create. If I want to create the ledger, go to create. Here also we can press, or else shortcut key Alt C also we can press the shortcut key. Okay, next water charges. So water bill, Satya Dealers company is going to pay the water bill. So that's why for company, that is the expenses. Water bill. So water charges comes under indirect expenses only. Select indirect expenses. That's it. Enter, accept it. Or quick accept. Control A is the shortcut key for quick accept. How much amount they are paying? 250 rupees. How they are going to pay? Through petty cash. See now here we have the petty cash options. Okay, if suppose in your company if you don't have the petty cash, we have to create. All petty cash comes under cash in hand only. Okay, select the petty cash. Cash and petty cash, two ledgers comes under petty cash only. Sorry, two ledgers comes under cash in hand only. Enter. Now see, balance 14,750 is the balance now. Being paid through petty cash. Okay, accept this one. October 1st we paid. Now okay, next one more question, one more payment. See here some of questions we have in that. What is that? Paid rent worth rupees 32,000. So 32,000 I'm not going to give 20,000. 20,000 and bonus. Paid rent worth rupees 20,000 and bonus rupees 5,000 by cash. Okay, through cash they paid the rent. How much? Paid rent 20,000 and bonus rupees 5,000. This is we called as a compound entry. Okay, rent and bonus comes under, so rent and bonus and rent comes under indirect expenses only. Rent account debtor to cash account, bonus account debtor to cash account. Okay, so how to do these transactions in my company? Open the company. Payment voucher. Here if I want to change the date, alt F2, sorry, F2, change the voucher date 1/7. I'm going to pay the rent. See, rent expenses is not there. That's why we have to create by pressing Alt C. Alt C is the shortcut key to create a ledger. Rent paid or rent expenses. Indirect expenses only to the company. Control A for quick accept. 20,000 rupees we are going to pay. One more amount also we have to pay to the person, particular person, that means bonus also debit only. So manually we have to change here debit option. Enter. Now bonus is not there, we have to create. That's it. Control A, 5,000 rupees. How we are going to pay in the credit? through cash we are going to pay that. Now see, in the cash 84,000 rupees balance is there, in the current balance 84 is there. Through cash, so we paid a rent and bonus also. So that's why rent and bonus account debtor to cash account. Understood? Okay, accept this one. I accepted. Here one more question is there. See in that purchased furniture. Second question. Purchased furniture worth rupees 35,000. I don't want to give 35. 15,000. Purchased furniture worth rupees 15,000, paying half by cash and half by Karnataka Bank, or we have in the SBI Bank, no, half by SBI Bank. Okay, we purchased the furniture, so now here 16,000. Okay, like this I given. This is my question. Purchased furniture worth rupees 16,000, paying half by cash and paying half by SBI bank account. So now what I have to do here, total amount we are going to pay 16,000. While we're purchasing the furniture, total amount is worth rupees furniture value how much? 16,000. In that we are going to pay the half amount cash, means 8,000 rupees cash, and remaining amount we have to give SBI bank check. Okay, see now in that we are going to purchasing the furniture. Change the date F2. Now furniture. So here furniture ledger is not we have to create. It's not there. We have to create. Select this. Create furniture. Furniture. So that is the furniture means that is the furniture means for office purpose we are going to purchase. Furniture, machinery, land and building, all these are comes under fixed asset only. Okay, so fixed assets we are not going for sale. So furniture, so we purchase for office purpose. So fixed asset comes under fixed asset. Suppose if I purchase the furniture, if I selling the furniture, that time furniture comes under sales account only. Okay, because we are selling the furniture. Suppose I have big furniture shop, we are selling the furniture from other suppliers, we are purchasing and we are selling to our customer. That time whenever we are selling the furniture, it comes under sales account. If it is a office purpose when we are purchasing, that is comes that time it comes under fixed asset. Now we are purchasing fixed assets. I am going to use fixed asset. Enter, accept this one. Control A. So what is the amount? 16,000. 60,000 worth rupees furniture we are going to purchasing. Enter. How we are going to pay that amount? Half amount by cash, half amount through bank check. So select the cash. Half amount means how much it will come? 8,000. 8,000. Enter. See now automatically one more credit, automatically it will come. That amount is doesn't match, automatically one more credit options it will come. Select the SBI bank account. See, like this we can pay. This is also compound entry only. Accept this one. Accept. And understood? No, any doubt is there, ma? Am I audible, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Next question. See here, advance paid 6,000 to KL Traders. KL Traders is my suppliers. Next week I am going to purchase the product. Today I am going to give the advance to my suppliers. So they are a suppliers, comes under suppliers. So if I want to purchase some of product, before only we are going to give the advance. Okay, so now I am going to pay the advance 6,000 to KL Traders. How to pay that advance in the KL Traders? Example, open the Tally Prime. Now change the voucher date by pressing F2. 1/8 August month I'm going to pay the advance. Here debit, so who is receiving advance from us? KL Traders is receiving the advance from us, no? That's why KL Traders account data to cash account, or else KL Traders account data to bank account. Okay, here select the create option. Why we create option here? KL Traders is not the suppliers, we didn't create still. We have to create the KL Traders, that is the comes under sundry creditors. All suppliers comes under sundry creditors, all customers comes under sundry debtors. Okay, we are paying today, we are August 1st, we are paying the advance to my supplier. My supplier name is KL Traders. So KL Traders is receiving the advance from us. That's why debit options it will come. But here KL Traders ledger is not there. We have to create. Go to create, or else by pressing Alt C we can create the ledger also. Enter KL Traders. So they are suppliers for me for our reference. Supplier. All suppliers comes under sundry creditors. Select the sundry creditors. Here important, very important, maintain balance bill by bill. It should enable. We have to click on S. Suppose why we have to give the S, I will tell. In that bill wise entry. What is the bill wise entry means? Whenever we are going to purchasing or whenever we are going to selling, in that four types of bill wise entry is there. What is that four types? One is new reference. New reference. Another one is against reference. Third one is advance. Fourth one is on account. Like this four option is there. What is that four options in bill wise entry means? Whenever we are going to purchasing or selling the product to my customer or suppliers, if it is a new bill means I didn't receive any payment advance, I didn't receive any advance anything. This is the first time I am selling. This is the new bill. I don't have any balance anything, nothing is there. I didn't receive any advance anything. This is the first bill. This is the new bill. That time we are going to select a new reference options. We are going to select. Okay, whenever we are going to selecting the new reference, whenever we are purchasing or selling the product, using that reference number, one invoice number or reference number, using that reference number, whenever we are going to paying the amount, we are clearing the amount. Okay, we are tracking the amount. When we are clearing the amount, even if it is purchase also okay, payable also okay, receivable also okay, when we are going to clearing the amount, that time we have to select the against reference option. Okay, so then whenever before selling or before purchasing the product, if I receive or if I pay the advance, so advance options we have to select. On account means, for example, so for me, Satya Dealers is selling to the Jivan Electrical. Some of product they sold, 2-3 times we sold. bulk amount. When we are going to receive the bulk amount from the customer, we don't know for which bill we have to clear. That time we are going to select the on account options. We are going to select. Actually, in the bill wise entry, we have, see here, options going to display now here. Maintain balance bill by bill. Bill wise entry means in that four types of entry, we four types of options we have. In that four types of reference is there. One is new reference, another one is against reference, third one advance, fourth one on account. New reference is means it is a new bill. We have to select the new reference. Against reference means after selling, using the tracking number, using the reference number, whenever we are going to pay the amount or whenever we are receive the amount, when we are going to clearing the bill, that time we have to select the against reference. Before selling and purchasing the product, if I receive or if I pay the amount as a advance, that time we are going to select the advance option. On account means when we received from customer bulk amount, we don't know for which bill we have to clear. That time we are going to select the on account options. We are going to select. Okay. Okay. See now, in that I will show you practically these options. While creating the ledger, maintain balance bill by bill. If I want to display in the ledger, first we have to enable in F11. If you enable in the F11, then only it's going to display in the ledger. Okay. If I enable in the ledger creation, if I enable in the ledger creation, so then it's going to display in the vouchers, means purchase or payment voucher. Purchase, it's going to display in the vouchers. Okay, how to enable this one? For example, here maintain balance bill by bill is there. No, so let me see that. Escape in the, or else F11. Press F11. Company features options. It will come. See, company features option. Here, enable bill wise entry. It should be yes. See now in the F11 company features. So enable bill wise entry. Suppose I am going to give no option. Enter. If I press enter, accept by pressing Ctrl A. Now see in the ledger creation, bill wise entry is not going to display for us. Okay, so now I didn't give any details. Okay, I'm going to do like this only transactions. If I do the transaction in that payment voucher, select the KL traders. What we 6,000 rupees we are going to give. How we given? Through cash. But I want to know that what we given is that commission, receipt, advance, or else already we purchased some of earlier we purchased the goods or not. All the details, some of information we know, we should know. No, that's why here we have to enable the bill wise entry. Click on that, enable bill wise entry. If you enable here, enter, accept this one. After enable that one, see while doing the transactions I want to edit. If I want to edit the KL traders ledger alteration, while doing the transactions, if I want to alter the ledger, that time control enter. Alter the ledger, so control enter. While doing the transactions, if I want to do some of changes in the particular ledger, control enter. See now ledger alterations we got. Here see we got that bill wise entry. Click on that S. Maintain balance bill by bill options we got. Click on that S options, accept this one. I'm going to accept. Okay. I accepted. No. Now, KL traders, we paid to KL traders 6,000. After that, how we paid? See, if I press enter, I enable there in the ledger creation bill by entry, no, bill wise entry. If I press enter, these kind of options it will show. One more time, let me repeat. See, now in the ledger creation, KL traders, we created already KL traders. Here in the maintain balance bill by bill, I enabled that option. Okay, that's why while go to voucher, select the KL traders is receiving the amount, select the KL traders, so 6,000 rupees. What is that 6,000 rupees? Press enter. See, these kind of options it will come. Bill wise details. That means what we are going to pay. Is that new reference or against reference, or is that advance, or is that on account? It's going to ask. Now we are going to pay the advance option. That's why select the advance option. Click on that advance. So what is that 6 here? 6 means this voucher number is going to display 6. Means 6 times we done. This is the sixth time we are going to do the payment. That voucher number it's going to display 6. Again enter, enter, enter. How we are going to pay? How they given ma here? By cash. So by cash they given. So select the cash. Understood? Now see, now it's going to display. We paid the advance to KL traders. Paid advance to KL traders. Okay. Now all the see so many transactions, payment transactions we done. No. If I want to see that, go to daybook, list of entries, enter. Now I want to see only the contra, or else list of entries. If you want to see that, alt F2, remove the date. Like this, all the transactions going to display. So many contra we done, 6 contras we done here. Now only the contra I want to export to my accountant. So now in this daybook screen, in this daybook screen, press F4. F4, say name of voucher type is going to display. Select the payment. Enter. See, now only the payment is going to display. Alt F5. Alt F5 for detailed options. Then we can export. Click on that export. Current option. Configure. In that file format. Click on that. I want to export as a PDF format. Select the PDF format. Enter. File path. Where you want to save the data. So now folder. Select from drive. I am going to select desktop. Select the desktop. Enter. Accept. Control A for quick accept. Then click on export. See, now only the payment details is going to display. Understood? Only the payment transactions. Close the details. Here it's going to, in my desktop, I will check once. The desktop, see, daybook. We can rename for that. Payment. Like this we can. As a PDF format, we can export. See, last class we done no contra. This is the contra voucher. This is the payment voucher. Understood? Escape. If I want to see all the transaction, alt F2, remove the date. Escape. Go to daybook. Alt F2, remove all the date. All the transactions going to display. Understood? This is the details we have in that. Next up, in our company, so we done so many contra, payment voucher, all these things we done. If I want to see that payment voucher reports, that voucher it's going to capture payment voucher reports is going to capture balance sheet, profit and loss account, so ledger account, receipts and payments, payment register, and cash and fund flow options. So here we can go and see that. Let me see that. Open my company, go and check in the profit and loss account. In the profit and loss account, all expenses, all income is going to display. Alt F5. See detailed option. Only the expenses be done. 40,250 worth rupees expenses we paid. That much amount we paid for my expenses. Means my office expenses, all these things. Bonus paid, entertainment expenses, labor charges, rent paid, traveling expenses, water expenses. All these are the office expenses. For office expenses, we paid through sometimes through cash check. All this. Total amount 40,250 worth rupees amount we paid. Okay, that's why in that we didn't receive anything. No, so net loss, it's going to display net loss options. Escape. Again, go to display more reports. In that statement of accounts book, see one. Let me repeat. Gateway of tally, display more reports, accounts book. In that, select payment register. How many transactions we done? See in that all the details going to display. July month 2 transaction, August month 2 transaction, September, October month transaction. Totally 6 transactions we done. Again escape. If I want to see that contra, enter. See contra also we done 6 transactions. In that one we cancelled, I think. So May month, enter. See one vouchers cancelled here. Okay, see it's going to display cancelled option. All cancelled voucher, so optional voucher, post dated voucher, overdue voucher, all these things is going to display in the exception reports only. It's going to store in the separate folder. The folder name is exception. Okay. Next, receipt only one transactions be done. Means capital account we introduced now. That's why it's going to display only one option. Click on that. See Satya Dealers capital account. If I press enter, the transaction is going to open. Like this, we can see the all the reports, payment reports we can see in that. Payment register or receipt and payment. There also we can see. Click on that Alt G directly. Here payment register or receipt and payments. Click on that. All the receipts, all the payments details is going to display. In that, see the details, how many. Here select the indirect expenses, 40,250 rupees we paid. Understood? All the details is going to display for us. These reports, it will going to it's means payment voucher reports will capture in balance sheet and profit and loss account, cash and fund flow, payment register, receipt and payments options. We can see in that. Next options in that. Next up, payment voucher reports. After that, after payment voucher reports is purchase voucher. After we done, so that is a contra and payment. 2 transactions we done. Okay, receipt also we received, because now still if I want to do more receipt transactions, we have to sell the product to my customer. After that we have to receive that amount. Later I will show you the details. Okay, so now purchase voucher. What is that purchase voucher? Before that purchase voucher, um, journal entry. This is the important voucher. Journal entry, that is a shortcut key is F7. What is a journal entry? It is also called as an adjustment voucher. It is used to record all types of account transactions which doesn't involve cash or bank purchases and sales ledger. Okay, that means it is a journal voucher called as a adjustment voucher only. In that, whatever we are going to record, all these transactions, it's not going to involve, it's not going to affect to cash or bank purchases, sales, all these things, it will not going to affect. Okay, so which kind of transactions we are going to do in the journal voucher? Example, here see all the details. Main transaction recorded in this voucher are depreciation of fixed asset, appreciation of fixed asset, then depreciate, bill of exchange. All these options we are going to enter. We are going to do the transaction in the journal voucher only. So it will not going to affect to our accounts book, means cash or purchase bank book, it's not going to affect. So that's why this is be called as a adjustment voucher. How to do the transactions in that? See now, for example, 2 years back I purchased some of furniture, all these things I purchased, so worth rupees 10,000. By paying the 10,000 I purchased it 2 years back. Today if I want to sell in this market, what is the value of that furniture? If I sell, how much amount is going to depreciate? Or 5 years back I purchased one land, that land value is 50,000. Today that if I want to sell the land, so amount has increased, no, how much amount appreciated? All the transactions we are going to enter in the journal voucher only. Okay, how to do the transactions in that? See some of example they given. What example? See in the journal voucher, on 31st 12 2024, depreciate machinery by 5%, whose book value is 20,000. When we purchase the machinery, for example, last year or 2 years back I purchased the machinery, then while purchasing the machinery I paid 20,000. Already I paid the 20,000, purchased. So today if I want to sell the machinery, so what is the market value? If I want to sell my product, my machinery, if I want to sell, what is the uh, value of in the market? So how much amount depreciated? I want to see that. For that we are going to, these kind of transactions we are going to do in the journal entry, means journal voucher. How to do these options? For example, open the tally, go to voucher, click on that voucher. For journal entry, shortcut key is F7. So journal shortcut key F7. F7 is the shortcut key. See now F7. Click on that F7. That's journal entry. So here on 31st 12 2024, depreciate machinery by 5%, whose book value is 20,000. Means first we have to create the one ledger in my account. Alt C is the shortcut key, or else here it's not there, machinery is not there, no, that's why we have to create. Click on that create machinery. So that means under group fixed asset, machinery under group is fixed asset. Click on that fixed asset, ledger, machinery, fixed asset, enter. Now here enter. So here opening balance we have to give in the opening balance 20,000 rupees we have to give. This much worth rupees goods we purchased already, we have in our company. Okay, accept this one. I accepted 20,000 rupees I given, accepted. Go and check in that balance sheet. Alt F5, fixed asset, enter. Now see machinery, furniture, fixed asset 16,000, machinery 20,000. That means 36 worth rupees fixed asset we have in our company. Now I want to depreciate the details. Alt F5. Detailed option. See now what is the missionary value now? 20,000 is a missionary value. Already in my company I have the 20,000 worth rupees missionary I have. Okay. Now I want to depreciate in that. How much? That missionary, depreciate missionary by 5%. In that 20,000, 5% is depreciate. So that's why what we have to do in the journal entry, go to, where is the tally? Escape, voucher, journal voucher, select the missionary. So that current balance 20,000 is there. Depreciate, no? How much? 5%. Now I want to calculate 20,000 into 5%. If it is a depreciate, what is the value? What is the amount I want to know? We have to calculate for that. In the tally, if I want to open the calc, shortcut keys control N is the shortcut key. See now calculator is going to open. So control N is the shortcut key. N to open and close also. Shortcut key control N. This is for calc. See calculator is open. If I want to close, control N. That is a shortcut key. It's going to close. Control N. So now 20, how much? What is my missionary value? 20,000 rupees. Okay, here 20,000 into 5%. So now I calculated here, press enter. Amount is 1,000 rupees. 1,000 rupees is going to depreciate. Okay, close the calc. Control N. Now here, if I type value amount here, 1,000 rupees is going to depreciate, no? Type as a 1,000. If I press enter, now see amount is going to adding, increasing. Is this correct? It should decrease, no? That's why that's the depreciate. Go back, press backspace. Here we have to create a one new ledger, that is the depreciate option. Depreciate. If it's a depreciate, that is the loss for us, loss for the company. That means indirect expenses only, expenses to the company. Okay. If it is a appreciate, that is the income. Okay. If it is a depreciate, that is the expenses to the company. Control A. Now depreciate. How much amount? 1,000 rupees. In the missionary, it's going to depreciate. Enter. Now see, missionary value is 19,000. Now the missionary values today, my missionary in my company's missionary value is 19,000. Accept it. Now go and check in the balance sheet. Go to balance sheet. Alt F5. See now missionary values 19,000 depreciated. Okay, these kind of transactions we can do, we have to do in the journal entry. One more transactions we have to do. What is that one more transaction here? In that, see now on 31st 12 2024, appreciate the land and building by 6%, whose book value is 50,000. While when we purchase the land and building, that value is 50,000. By paying the 50,000, I purchase the land. Today, if I want to sell the land, 6% is increased, appreciated. So that is what is the my land value now? That building value is what is that? I want to know that. So these kind of transactions we are going to do in the journal entry only. Okay, so now we have to create a one ledger. In that, create a ledger, land and building. Because in my company land and building up ledger is not there, we have to create a land and building. That is a fixed asset. In that opening balance, we have to enter 50,000 rupees. 50,000 worth rupees goods we purchased before. Okay, accept. Now go and check in the balance sheet. Select the balance sheet. Alt F5, detailed option. Now see that in that land and building, so 50,000 worth rupees goods we have. That means that land value is 50,000. Escape. Go to voucher, journal voucher. So select the land and building option. What is the value of land and building? 50,000. So how much how much percentage appreciated? 6 percentage. Now see in that control N, calculator open. To open the calculator, shortcut key is control N. 50,000 into 6%. Enter 3,000 rupees. Close the calci by pressing control N only. So then here 3,000. I have to type 3,000. If I type, see automatically amount increased in that. Got it? So now what is the appreciator? Creation, appreciate. That's the income to the company. That's why indirect income. That's it. Accept this one. Now appreciate amount is 3,000. So being land and building appreciated. Okay, accept this one. Now go and check in the balance sheet. Now the goods value is, what is my asset value? Alt F5, detailed option. Now land and building asset value increased as 53,000 rupees. Okay, these kind of transaction, appreciate, depreciate. Suppose when we are going to give the discount options, all these options we are going to enter in the journal entry only. We can give in the discount also, but while doing the sales or purchase, while doing the transaction, there only we can give the discount option. So while doing the transaction, how to give the discount, all these things later I will teach you. Okay, escape all this. Understood, Nama, about the journal voucher? Any doubt is there? Ah, next option. Next option to purchase voucher. So what is the purchase voucher in that? See, purchase voucher shortcut key is F9. F9. Purchase is the cost incurred by the business concern during a period for further sale of inventory. Purchase is an expenses to the company. Whenever we are going to purchase the product, we have to pay that amount. That's why purchase is the expenses to the company. Okay, so it is included in the income statement and is also considered order cost of goods sold. In that we have two types of purchase transactions we have. Okay, so that means purchase voucher, whenever we are going to purchase the product, we have two types of purchase transaction is there. One is cash purchase, another one is credit purchase. What is the cash purchase means? By paying the cash, if you purchase the goods, that is the cash purchase. Okay, suppose if it is by paying the check, if I purchase the product or anything, that is we call as a bank purchase. Understood? By while purchasing the product anything, if I pay the cash, that is considered, that is be called as a cash purchase. If I pay the check, that is called Done. Purchase voucher, shortcut is F9. What is the purchase voucher? Purchase is the cost incurred by the business concern during a period for further sale of inventory. Purchase is an expenses to the company. Correct, no? In that, we have two types of purchase transactions. We have one is cash purchase, another one is credit purchase. While purchasing the product, by paying the cash, if I purchase, that is be called as a cash purchase. Or else by paying the check, if I purchase the product, that is be called as a bank purchase. Then what is a credit purchase means? When we are going to purchase the product from our suppliers on credit base, that is called as a credit purchase. Okay, so here some of details they given: cash purchase, purchase account debtor to cash account. So then on credit purchase, purchase account debtor to supplier's account. Because we are not paying any cash anything, no, that's why supplier's account a credit purchase options it will come. Next, in that we have three mode. That means flow chart of purchase vouchers in three mode. What is the three mode? Voucher mode, item invoice mode, accounting invoice mode. Like this, three mode we have in that. What is the voucher mode? In the voucher mode is double entry mode, debit and credit. So when we are purchasing, if I enter debit and if I select a double entry mode, in that debit credit options it will come. And that means double entry. Allows entry of accounts and inventory also. Item invoice mode means that's a single entry only. When we are going to maintain using the stock item, allows entry of inventory using the stock item. So which kind of stock, which type of stock we are going to purchase, which product we are going to purchase, we have to mention the name. That time we have to select the item invoice mode. Then what is the accounting invoice mode means? Single entry only, that is the when we are going to giving the services. Okay, so that allows entry of account service invoices. So like this that time we have to select the accounting invoice mode. Flow chart of purchase voucher in three mode. One is voucher mode, another one is item invoice mode, third one is accounting invoice mode. You have to note that point. Write the points and underline it. Done. Finished, ma? See, voucher mode is nothing but, so that is the debit credit field it will display. Okay, double entry system. Accounting Item invoice mode means when we are using the stock items, we are going to purchasing which product we are going to purchasing. If I want to mention the name, we are going to use a item invoice mode. That is a single entry only. Allows entry of inventory means stock item. Inventory is nothing but stock item only. Accounting invoice mode means single entry mode only. Allows entry of accounts services. Service invoices it's going to enter. In that, before that, here in the contra and payment voucher, here in the receipt and payment in the contra voucher, two types of voucher mode we have. Correct? So in that debit credit consider as a double entry system. Single entry means particulars and amount field it's going to display. How to do the single entry? Example here, one question is so here. Um, first May deposited 5,000 rupees to SBI Bank. This is my question. Okay, wow. In that, first May deposited 5,000 rupees to SBI Bank. Now SBI Bank data to cash account. Correct? Deposited the cash. So cash 5,000 rupees to SBI Bank. SBI Bank is the receiving. So cash is the 5,000 we are going to deposit. SBI Bank data to cash account. Okay. Open the tally. In that, go to voucher. Always it's going to select the contra F4 contra voucher. So in that, there's a debit credit options going to display. That is a double entry system. No, if I want to change mode, single entry, if you want to change here, go to change mode option. Control H is the shortcut key to change mode. Before that, what is the cash amount I want to check in that? See, cash current balance, we have 70,000 rupees balance is there. That's why here click on that 70,000. We are depositing the cash to SBI. Okay, so that means after depositing the 5,000 cash balance, it should display 65,000 rupees. Correct? No? Okay. Go to change mode. Select the single entry option. Click on that single entry. See, always whatever it is, even if it is deposit also okay, withdrawn also okay, in account field, always it should be bank or cash only. Okay, in the account field, always cash or bank only. Select the cash. So in that SBI Bank. In that SBI Bank, how much amount we are going to deposit? 5,000 rupees. Enter. Now see, in that, sorry. Oh, sorry. We are depositing, no? Enter. Here, we are depositing the 5,000 rupees. That means to SBI Bank. Who is the receiver? The debit, always the debit options is comes under always a account field only. Who is the receiver? Okay, debit options always comes in this particular field. Who is the receiving now? SBI Bank is the receiving. Select the SBI Bank. Now 7,67,500 balance is there. How we are going to deposit? As a form of cash, 5,000 rupees. If I click on that, now see, amount has increased. In the cash, it's going to decrease. Okay, this is single entry system. Like this we can select. In the contra, whenever we are going to do the single entry system, always in that account field, always it should be debit options only. Okay, so that is the single entry system. Escape. Suppose in that voucher, payment voucher, I am going to select the payment. Payment means in the account field, always it should be bank or cash only. For example, I am going the rent paid 6,000. First July. Okay. Payment made by cash or bank, whatever it is. Now we are paying the rent. So go to payment voucher, change mode, payment voucher, change mode, select the single entry. Always in the account field, it should be bank or cash only. Select the cash. How much? 70. Here I didn't save that previous transaction, that's why 70,000 is going to display. Again, in the particular options, say list of ledgers is going to display. List of ledgers, rent paid. So how much? For example, 6,000 rupees. Enter. Now see, rent paid 6,000. Amount has decreased in that. Okay, like this we can do the single entry system. This is we called as a single entry system. Debit and credit options called as a double entry system. If you want to change that, go to change mode, click on the double entry. If you want, we can select the double entry. Change mode, control H is a shortcut key. Single entry one we can select. Okay, some company is going to use single entry, some company is going to use double entry also. Understood? So this is the single entry and double entry mode. Escape. So in the purchase only we have three modes: voucher mode, item invoice mode, accounting invoice mode. So how to change the mode then? Go to open the tally transactions. For purchase transactions, shortcut key is F9. In the right side button bar, it's going to display F9. Click on that F9. In that, see, it's going to display item invoice mode. If I want to change mode, Control H is the shortcut key. Click on that change mode. Three option is there: item invoice mode, accounting invoice mode, as voucher mode. If I select as voucher mode, debit credit options it will come. See, credit and debit options it will come. Again, click on the change mode, select the accounting invoice mode, enter. So now particulars, party name, only particulars. Accounting invoice mode, whenever we are going to give the services, that time we are going to select. I want to purchase the stock item. That time select a change mode, select the item invoice mode. So now it's going to display name of item. Like this, we can change in the purchase voucher screen by pressing shortcut keys Control H, or else in the right side button bar we can select to change mode. Here three options is there. Which option, which mode you want, we can select. This is we called as a three modes of purchase voucher. Not only the purchase, sales also we have three mode only. Okay, all these are next class means next session we will start a purchase voucher. Okay, any doubts in that? Any confusions? Any doubt is there? No doubts, nothing. Okay.